a very long time. I just really haven't done one. Because I just didn't feel like doing one. But now that I had this recent incident, I decided to make a video just so people that are going through the same thing I'm going through can have a video to watch. So just to give a little background, I got my ears pierced at an 8 gauge at a tattoo shop by a professional piercing person. So he stretched them to an 8 gauge. This was in August of '09. And when you get pierced at a certain gauge, it's like really high or really low, how you gonna say it. It's best to wait. So I didn't do my next stretch from a I didn't do my next stretch when I got pierced until like April of 2010, and I stretched from an 8 to a 6. Okay, so that's a little history of it. So it's not like I'm new to this and shit happened. But okay, so right now I'm currently at a 2 gauge. You can see I'm at a 2 gauge. I stretched at a 2 on January 1st, 2011. Every stretch I did from an 8 to a 6, 6 to a 4, 4 to a 2 has been relatively easy. And I thought I contributed that because when I first got stretched to an 8 or pierced at an 8, I waited so long. So, yeah, about a couple days ago, today's Wednesday. So on Wednesday, no, today's Wednesday. On Friday, which would have been 3 weeks since I stretched to my 2, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna stretch to a 0. I knew that stretching from a 2 to a 0 was a 2 millimeter difference, and that it was a big jump. But again, I figured, every other stretch has been easy, so I'm gonna just do this stretch. So Friday, well, first let me show you the difference. This is a 2 gauge taper, and this is a 0 gauge taper. Pretty big difference. Okay, so I decided to stretch to a 0 that night. So I stuck it through this ear first. I tried to stick it through this ear, and it was kind of stuck. I was like, oh shit, like, okay, it's a big jump. Like, I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to put a little pressure on it to get it through. So I used a little bit more vitamin E oil, and I had just got the shower, so my loads are loose or whatever. So I used a little bit more vitamin E oil, put it on my ear, and I put it more on the taper, and then I tried to stick it in again, and it still got stuck. It got to probably like about here, and it got stuck. I'm like, oh shit, that sucks. So I decided, I don't know why, but I was like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna go do the other ear, try the other ear. So I lubed up the ear, lubed up the taper again, stuck it through. It didn't budge. It got stuck exactly where it got stuck in the other ear. Now common sense would have said, yo, fuck it, leave it alone, wait a couple more weeks, dude, just fucking go about your business. But this ear was a little bit more loose, it felt. So I was like, oh fuck it. So I put a little bit more pressure in it. Then it went through. I'm like, oh shit, it went through. But it hurt like a bitch. So when it went through, I quickly grabbed the 0 gauge plug that came with it. So I tried to hurry and put it in, line it up and put it in, but it just fell out. The taper just fell out, and the plug was like halfway in, halfway out. And then when I went to take it out, it was blood, like on the back of my ear. And I'm like, oh shit, like I had a fucking blowout. That was my first instinct. I thought I had a blowout. So I'm panicking and shit. Well, not panicking like a bitch, but I was panicking like, oh shit, like what the fuck is going on? So I wiped the blood away. I checked for a blowout. I didn't have a blowout, but when I pulled my ear apart, it was ripped a little bit in the inside. It tore a little bit, and I know from doing my research with stretching your ears, it's not supposed to bleed and it's not supposed to hurt. So I wasn't gonna fucking continue to fucking stretch to a 0 and put the 0 taper back in and try to put the 0 plug back in. No, I just fucking wiped the blood away. I used a sea salt solution, dipped it in my ear for a little bit, wiped it away, cleaned it up real good, and put back in my tubes because I knew that was I had to downsize at that point since I ripped my ear. So that fucking sucked ass. It's fucking weak, but it is what it is, man. It's a learning lesson. And to anybody that's ever had that situation or you're going through a situation, going from a 2 to a 0, I know the things to do. So, it's on Sunday. So all this happened on Friday. On Sunday, after I got done watching the game, I went to Home Depot and I bought Blackout Teflon tape, baby. Little Teflon tape. So I was gonna wrap my 2G plug, another plug that I have. I was gonna wrap it up, but I was a little confused as to not how to do it. Like I know how to wrap it, but I didn't know how many wraps. And then so I just experimented, and I wrapped one of my plugs up. I wrapped it once with a Teflon tape. I tried to stick it in my ear, and it wouldn't fucking go in. The 2G with the one wrap wouldn't go in. I didn't put it in the ear that was torn. I just experimented and put it in this ear, and it wouldn't fucking budge. I'm like, what the fuck? And I don't have my vitamin E oil here because when I stretched, I didn't stretch here. I stretched at my friend's house, so my vitamin E oil is still over there. So I'm like, well, maybe I don't have any vitamin E oil. That's why it wasn't going in. But I'm gonna get my vitamin E oil today, and I'm gonna try. I'm not sure what I want to do now because I'm gonna have to wait regardless for this to completely heal back up. I've been doing sea salt solutions since Friday, so it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and today is Wednesday. It feels great now. It's not hurting, like it was. It was fucking hurting like a bitch. So it's not hurting right now. It's cool. I checked for the rip today. The rip is gone. It's healed. But I still been doing the sea salt solutions. So if I get my vitamin E oil today, I'm still up in the air if I want to try the taper again. Wait a couple more weeks, try the taper again, or do I want to just get the vitamin E oil, rub them on, and then wrap up the plugs, which would be a slower process, but it'll be the same process as me waiting 3 weeks because I can start today and start wrapping my plugs, and by the time 3 weeks is, I probably could just put the taper in after the stretch and see if it goes in, and then we'll be all gravy at that point. But yeah, man, I just wanted to just make this little video blog about that because I really underestimated the power of the zero gauge fucking ear stretch. Like I really fucking underestimated it, and it fucking sucked ass. And I've been looking on YouTube at all these videos from people stretching to a 0G from a 2 to a 0, and some other shit goes right in, and I'm fucking jealous as shit. But like I said, or like a lot of people say, stretching your ears is not a fucking contest. It's not a speed race. Everybody's ears are different. Everybody experiences things different. I'm just happy that I'm smart enough and I've done enough homework and enough knowledge to have known what to do, and I didn't permanently fuck my ears up. I wish I would have just listened to my body when I stuck in the zero taper and it stopped. And I wish I would have stopped in and said fuck it, But curiosity, and like they say, curiosity kills the cat. So I got a little ear rip, and I'll show you guys so you guys can see it. It's not blown out or anything. My ears are pretty fucking healthy, except for that little incident that we just had. So yeah, it's a little discoloration because the tunnels I have. But yeah, see, there's no fucking anything, no blowout.